farming so I can look it up for you?
Yeah, let's say Fountain Valley.
Fountain Valley? Okay. So we just put it right here in the search, and it's going to take me right there. So right here, and then we're going to scroll. So right here, you can see the zoom in, zoom out, and then you can also just use your fingertips. So let's say we want to do over here. Okay, so we see this housing tract right here with all these pools, must be a good housing tract, and that's where we're gonna farm. So now we're gonna put our line, our cursor over, draw a line, and we're going to just simply draw a line over the homes that we want. And we don't have to connect them. Let's say we don't even want to do the across the street, we just want to do over here too. So we just do that. And then with that, we're going to get our count. And that's 10 properties right there. And about 90% of those people live there that own the house. 10% are renting. So right here we have a turnover ratio that's going to show you the last turnover rates in like a year, 10 years, 5 years, 15 years. And you can see it's gone up. So houses are starting to sell in that area right now. So we're going to create our farm.
So the higher the percentage is the higher the turnover rate.
Yes.
The chance the seller are willing to sell the house.
Yes, absolutely. And we typically like to see over 5%. Not saying that you can't farm under 5%, but it's nicer to know that people are already selling that area. So now that we have created our farm, I didn't title it. You would title it so you know which ones are which. But we'll press on our last farm that we created, the 10 houses. And with this, we get the same information, but we're going to view it. And what's great is that when you're door knocking, you can easily take notes on each house. So let's say the first house you go to says, you know, I don't want to sell right now, but I'm going to be retiring in a month. Come back in a month, I might want to sell then. So that's like a prospect, not necessarily a lead. So what we're going to do is what I'll show you, that we can take a status, we can take a note, and we can take like the rate. So a score is what I guess it's called. So right here, what we would do is just press on. So right now we get all of our property profiles. So the first house we knocked out, they said, like I said, come back in a month. Oh, and what's also great is that, oh sorry, it's still syncing up. But what's great is that with our notes, we can put in a date of like when we want to call them back, and it'll sync to your calendar. So you wake up that morning, what should I do today? Oh look, call this guy, he wanted to sell today. So we'll put it as a prospect, but you can also put it as a lead, as not interested or not home. So we'll put this one as a prospect, and we'll put a 5. So the scoring is going to give you a color code. 1 is going to be red, means stay away from it. They didn't want you, they don't like anybody, they're mean, you don't need to deal with it. 5 is, hey, they're hot, they want to sell. I could be their realtor. So we're going to put a 5, we're going to put it as a prospect. And as a note, we're going to press add note, and we'll put the number, let's say 1714-555-5555, call, wants to sell. And then we'll put a date, so we'll put like 09/12/18. And that'll sync to your calendar. And we'll put add note, and then what we want to do is go back, because with back we can refresh, and when we refresh it'll put the content in there. So go back again.
We supposed to have this kind of website on our own?
Yes. So I could sign you guys up once I'm done showing for sure.
And also, you know, like this kind of website, you know, like this is the privacy or I mean,
So
we are the agent. I mean, you assign to me, and then I'm the only one to see this one, or even you too.
Mai would be able to see it as
okay.
well, so she can know how to help you. So when she sees that you're farming in this area, she can call you and see, do you want some labels?
I see. Okay. Even, you know, whatever we put the note on that one, and then, you know, like.
Yeah, only Mai will see it, yeah. Oh, whoever your title rep is, and that's Mai, so. So we'll go back out again, and so we'll refresh it. And when we refresh it, it should turn green, and it should have the score. There we go. So you see how that's turned green? Well, let's view it on the map. Mind you, this is a walking farm, so these are the ones we're going to be door knocking. So you see this? Remember those houses that I said we put the lines through?
The 2 rows.
Yes. So now the one that we light, or that liked us, we put a green prospect. So you can see quickly on your farm, this is where I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And we can also put the reds, and we can also delete them, so we don't even have to deal with them ever again. Like people who are mean, don't ever knock on my door again, you know?
We will show us their phone number and address, email or anything like that?
No, it will be able to show you the address, but phone numbers you can get through mine. We're not usually typically trying to promote that, but we can do that. So the ones with the people in it are the homeowners that live there. The ones without the people are the renters. So you know quickly, that's a renter, maybe you do, maybe you don't want to knock on their door.
So the neighbor.
So that's a walking farm. What I want to show you now is the live maps that we've been creating for you guys in this area. And this is really cool because it has a filter. So let's say we want to do Westminster area. Let me see one more time. Okay, there we go. So these are some farms that we created for you in your area, and you can see with their names right here. And let's say, you know, you want to farm, but you don't want to farm anything under 5%. You don't even want to waste your time with it. So right here in the minimum, for the filter, we'll put in 5. And does it really matter the max? No, not really, right? Anything above 5 is good. So we see that in Westminster already, we have one area, Garden Grove Boulevard, that has a turnover rate over 5%. So we'll click on it. So it's at 1,348 properties. It's 71% owner occupied, and it has a 5.12% turnover rate. So, you know, we decide that's something that we are interested in, and we'll create our farm. That's just showing you the exact area that you're going to be farming, and then we'll get our count. And again, if this area is too big for you, we can also just do the Polygon Farm.
Too big, you mean over 200,000 property or 2,000?
Yeah. And over 2,000 properties.
Over 2,000 property, not too big. Yeah, okay.
Right now it's saying that we're having a little technical difficulty getting that farm, but we're going to try one more time. Okay, so it's not liking over 1,000.
So you must limit to 1,000.
Yeah, so I'll make those smaller for you guys so you can have those. But let's go back and let's do another one.
So can you explain what the turnover rate?
Yeah, so the turnover rate is the percentage of how many houses are selling in that area.
Oh, okay.
So typically we'd want to see over 5% being sold. That's like a hot area, we would say.
I see.
So you want to get in that business while it's selling. So you can put in, hey, this house just sold for over the amount, for quicker than they thought. I'm the one who sold it. Let me help you sell your house too.
Okay. So that is the residential or including the, you know, like commercial?
It's not including commercial, but we do have commercial filters as well. So let me show you that. So
is that the residential income? I mean, like complex or is that including?
okay, so if you'd like something like that, we can you can call Mai, and Mai will call Gilbert at our office. He's our farm guy, and he can specifically give you like people who make over 100,000 a year, something like that. And that's definitely a filter that we have. We just don't have it on the website. You'd have to call in, but Mai can do that for you.
Thank you.
So this is a Polygon Farm. It's typically the same as the walking farm, but this is for a bigger area.
You went me slow with you.
Oh, thank you. There we go. Okay. So, let's say we want to farm an area that's underneath Garden Grove Freeway but above Westminster Avenue. So we'll click it right here and go as far down as we want, but remember we don't want to go over 1,000. So click it again, and just make sure to fill that in. So click it back to where you first started, and that's going to give you your farming area. So what we'll do here is we'll show the filter. So we have filters such as empty nesters, the height of the market, single family residence, and then we also have a custom filter that can give you both or one or the other for owner occupancy or non-owner occupied. We can also do apartment homes that are 5 units or more, commercial.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Yep. We also have condominiums, mobile homes, single family residence, and vacant land. So, and then another filter we can do is the transfer date and how many bedrooms and how many bathrooms. Typically some people like to say, you know, I want condos, but nothing that doesn't have, I want condos with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms minimum. So it'd be something like that. But right now we're gonna do the commercial, right? And so we'll get count with that commercial. So let's hope there's some commercial in there. Oh, there's no commercial in there. But we can do a farm where there is commercial. So we'll just clear that map and, oops, I'm so sorry guys. And I see some commercial right here. So let's draw that polygon over here. Again, we close it all up and then get our count with the commercial being our filter. And it says 0, so I guess that wasn't commercial.
They won't let you do it.
Yeah, you know, I typically show on residential only, but I know we can definitely get you farms for commercial. And if I can't do it for you on here, Mike can definitely find that out for you. So, and the same process goes where we can edit each home to, you know, to our liking. They like us, they don't like us, we want to go, we don't want to go type thing. So that's our farming. And again, our live maps has an edit where you can do over 5%. Something else I wanted to show you is who pays what. So in each city we have different county tax. Sometimes people just assume county tax is the same everywhere, and your buyer can end up spending like $30,000 more than they thought they were going to. So it's always good to check who pays what first. So let's like do this area. So this is Orange County, right? And the city is Fountain Valley? Alright. And we'll press continue. So in County of Orange, the city of Fountain Valley, the title insurance is paid by the seller. Escrow is split between buyer and seller. The city tax is 0. What a great city, eh? And but it would be paid by the seller if it was different. County tax is typical 1.10 per thousand, and it's paid by the seller. So you're looking only at 110 per thousand. But let me show you Alameda. County of Alameda, oops, in the city of Alameda, look at that. City tax is $12 per thousand. So if we just assumed that it was going to be 110 like it is typically, we'd end up getting in trouble because the buyer would end up having to spend probably over $30,000 that he thought he was going to be paying. And guess who gets the blame? We do. So always want to check that first. Another calculator I can show you guys is these online financial calculators. So here's a buyer power. Let's say somebody tells you, you know, I want to buy a house, but I really can't spend more than $2,200 a month on mortgage. It's what I pay for rent right now. I can't go any higher than that. Okay, no problem. We'll lock that in because you see you can lock the target price and you can also lock the down payment. But let's say they want to lock in their mortgage rate. So they don't want to pay a PMI, so that's 20% down. So with $2,200 as their mortgage and 20% down, they can purchase a home for $755,000. Or let's say they say, you know, I can't buy a home over $600,000. Okay, no problem. Put down our 20%. Guess what? Your mortgage is only going to be $2,320 a month. So it's very easy to show them how quickly and how convenient it is to find out what it would cost. We can include property tax, and we can also include the interest rate, or the loan, interest rate. Now I'll change the numbers. but you get the idea of how we can show them what they can afford. Another thing that we have is a standard mortgage calculator. Let's say they take out a loan for $800,000. Typically the amount of years is 30, and the interest rate right now is going for 4.5. So we'll calculate that for them, showing them that for an $800,000 loan at 4.5, we would be paying over $1 million in interest, and in total $2 million. But your monthly payments are only $4,000. We also have how much house can you afford? Let's say somebody says to you, you know, I want to buy a house, I just really don't know how much I can afford.
Mm-hmm.
So we put in our annual income. Let's say he makes 100. The monthly debt is optional. Your down payment, let's say he can afford to put 100 down, or let's say 80 down. Interest rate 4.5, 30 years for the loan, calculate it. This man who gets paid $100,000 a year can afford a house that's almost $500,000. His monthly PMI is only $322. His mortgage is only $3,000. His tax and principals for the property is only $918.95, and the principal and interest is $1,780. So total is $3,000. Rent versus buy. Let's say you go and knock at a renter. You know they're not the owner, but hey, you're in the neighborhood anyways. Might as well knock on his door. He's like, you know what? I'm renting. I can't afford to buy. Really? You can't afford to buy, but you're renting. How much you pay for rent a month? Let's say he says $2,300. Okay, so that means you're spending $27,600 a year on rent, but you can't buy a house. You say, well, let's say we have a house for you for $600,000. I got a house right now, beautiful, in the same area, good school district, $600,000. But you can only afford $2,300 a month, he says. The percent to be financed, let's say he's got $100,000 saved up, so he's only going to finance $500,000. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Let's say he's only going to finance 80%. So he's going to be actually financing $480,000. 30-year loan, interest rate of 4.5%. That means his monthly payments are going to be $3,000. So so that estimate right there, we know we need to find him a house that's less than $600,000. So let's say you have another house. It's not in the exact same location, but it's maybe down the street. Still a good school district. So let's say $400,000. He can only afford to put down 20%. That's $320,000. He's going to be financing for 30 years at a 4.5%. Now he's paying less for his mortgage than he is for his rent, and you still got him into a house. And we can even get more detail, and he's saving $6,400 a year for buying a house, and he's got an investment. So simple calculations like this can help you buy a home, or help you get someone to buy a home. We also have Ask Mike. He's our lawyer on hand, available for you every day of the week. He's got tons of questions already answered, things about creditors' rights, deeds of trust, holding title, mortgages, and you just click right here and you can see the question and his answer. But let's say you don't see the question that you want. No problem. All you gotta do is press Ask Mike, and it gives you to his direct email, and he is guaranteed to answer your question within 24 hours. Anything legal.
24 hours later, he said the bill or no?
Nope, no bill. So all your legal questions answered for free.
I'm so kidding.
So, anything else you guys like to see? Let me show you actually. So, let's say you got a buyer into his home, but he's not from this area and he doesn't know how to turn on his electricity, his cable, anything. I mean, every homeowner wants to know this. So right here we have utilities and services for OC, right under documents. It's a really good one. We can email it to him, or we can view it ourselves and change the language for him. So we have all the information for him right here, but we can change the language. Let me see. Hold on. you typically, it's supposed to show up right here on top, but it does so. It does so on my.
This is a PDF. It's not the web page. It won't translate.
It won't show it. Should I download it first?
I doubt it very much because
Really?
it's PDF. It's even more likely that they
On our mobile app, let me show you guys our mobile
translate
app.
it won't get into there.
On our mobile app with
Yeah.
that, we can change the language. So we can change the language on anything. We can change the language on our property profile as well. And we have 8 different languages, sir.
So you need to use the app.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so on our mobile app, everything syncs up. So anything you do on your website, you can do on your mobile app. So we'll see the documents, and it's going to be under Documents Toolbox and Utilities for Orange County right here. View the document. You know, I don't even know where I saw it. I just saw it earlier today when I gave another presentation. But we can get it for you. It comes in 8 different languages. We have 3 different Asian languages. We have Vietnamese, Mandarin, and Japanese. And Tagalong, I think. Do you guys know what that language is from? Another country, huh? But we have 8 different languages. And we can get all the information for you that you see here in that language to send to your buyer, seller, or refinancer.
You just need to follow the phone.
Huh? Oh, you're so sweet. No, I'm good though. Thank you so much. So is there anything that you guys have any questions on?
If property that customer want to sell, and can you check, have any lien into the property?
Lien on the properties?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's, yes, let me show you a property profile. We can search it by address, owner, APN number. We can even do it on our GPS on our phone. So on our phone we have a spot where you just press map, and it'll show you where you are right now. You're the blue dot, and then you can just press on any house and press on that house, and then give you the address, and then press on that address, and it'll give you the property profile. So create property profile.
But they say the lien on.
It should. So let me show you right here on here. So let's give me an address. Do you know of an address you want to know if they have a lien on? Any address? Okay. So we'll do this one right here. This Kathy Lane. I just did this one earlier today. So we'll go press in search, and we're always going to try to press the full profile package because that's how we can edit it. Versus the other ones, it's not as good. So right here, see, you can edit it. If you don't want a cover page, you can click the cover page off. You don't want a market analyst, click it off. But we'll just keep it on for right now and press continue. And then we'll view our profile. So at this particular home, we can see that they do live in the same area, or do live in the same home. The number of stories, rooms, bathrooms, how the square foot of the lot, single family residence, how much they transferred it for, who they transferred the title with, and the property history is what you're talking about. So down here, again, if you're just looking for property history, we can, so here we go. So on the property profile, you can change the languages here as well. And when you change it here, it changes it throughout the whole website. So that's how you can get your different languages in your documents. So we have Hebrew, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Mandarin, Russian, Spanish, Tagalog, and Vietnamese. What'd you say? Try Vietnamese? Okay.
There you are.
So there you go.
That's not.
That's not Vietnamese? Oh, that's like Hindu or something, huh?
Yeah.
It says Vietnamese.
Well, you gotta have a software in the window.
I can see
something
it.
to be able-
If you scroll down, if you scroll down the screen a little, it will be Vietnamese over there, right there.
Some of them.
No, that changed.
You need a package of the. I need the software package to be able to display it.
Okay, let me try it again.
That's weird.
Is that?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
There we go. Sorry, there's some glitches in our system sometimes.
Still have a,
So So Vietnamese, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So we can get that information. We can send it out. We can print it out.
But when if they have a lien, where they showing?
Okay, so it's gonna show right here. So right here, this one has a notice of default. He's in. He just got foreclosed. So it'll show you right here, and then what you want to do is you want to view the document.
You gotta pay for it?
Nope,
No?
nope, all free. And when you view the document, you're gonna be able to see it. See that they foreclosed to the amount of $22,151 as of May 7th, 2018. So you are actually seeing the county records, the signature and everything. What the bank and the owner saw is exactly what you get to see as well. This is what they recorded with the county.
Is there like a limitation on number of profiles we
Nope.
can see a day? No?
Nope, not at all. But what we do, our website is not necessarily free, but it is free if you work with MyTran. So when, let's say, we do credits, so it keeps My able to see what you guys are working on so she can help you with it. So let's say your credits are only $300 this month and you've already used up 290. What you would do is just call Mai and say, hey Mai, I need more credits, and she'll be able to call the office and get you more credits. And that's how it's free for you guys.
Okay.
If someone put a lien in there, and how can you clean it up? You have to send them a letter, tell them this is wrong lien or whatever. Can you contact the one put it in, or what you gotta do to clear the title?
I'm not too sure about that.
Ah.
I'm sorry. I just know the website and the app. But we do have somebody with that type of knowledge. Her name's Tracy, and she's a wonderful lady.
Okay.
So, any other questions?
I missed the farming where you can show likely to sell.
Okay.
Did you show them?
Height of the height of market.
Yeah.
We have a filter for that. Let me show you guys.
Yeah. So I think that's feature very good.
Okay. Or I might have to make a new one actually. I'm not too sure. Let me check real quick. Yeah, let me make a new one. Okay. Okay. So now our filter. Our filter is always going to be on the far right hand side. So we could do height of market as our filter. And then we create our map. So in this area of the of those houses I put right here, 2 of them are at the height of market right now. So that's a small area. I should have done a way bigger area actually. Let me try again. Yeah.
So is there any way that we can filter like the Vietnamese house only or Asian house?
You can through Mai. So Mai will call Gilbert and filter through Vietnamese households and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we can definitely do that, but we do that in our office,
Oh, okay.
not in here. But just call Mai. She's your guys' sales rep, and she's happy to help you guys anytime. So height of market and then create count. So out of that area, that big area, there's 21 height of market, and so we'll create the farm for that. So those are the 21 properties that are most likely to sell in that area. So you might want to hit those ones up first before anything else. But that is a very good filter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And 86% of those, or it's an 86% turnover rate with those 21. So they're selling like hotcakes right there. So these are the properties. These are the owners' names, the addresses of the ones that are height of market, most likely to sell.
Likely to sell. Yeah.
Yep. So those are the most likely to sell in that big area. That was probably 1,000 homes I just showed you, and 21 of those were the most likely to sell. So,
So go
and
now.
she can get you labels for all those, so you guys can send out like postcards or newsletters, flyers. And I can also show you a website that we use that gives you free templates to do like a hey, just listed or just sold or looking to sell. If you'd like me to show you that, I can show you that now.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's called Breakthrough Broker. So this is a really great company, and they'll even send you, or they'll even mail it out for you, but that is a charge that they charge you for. But the templates are free. So they even have ones for social media. So let's say you want to solicit over Facebook and Instagram, which is a very good idea. They have templates for that as well. But we're going to do a marketing one. So with the marketing, we have real estate postcards, real estate door hangers, brochures. We have letters, which are newsletters, and we have flyers as well. But let me show you something basic, like a real estate postcard. Everybody uses those. It's a good way to start. So right here with the real estate postcards, we have ones that like just listed postcard. So a just listed postcard, let's say you just got you just listed a house, you want everybody to know, hey, someone's selling their home in the area, maybe they can use you as well. You'll just press get started, free. Once you sign into you need to have your own account though. And then getting your own account is free. And then right here, it's the template. And we have blank templates as well, but if you want something that they're already using, it's easy as well. Or it's easy. So right here, we got this this is one of the realtors I worked with. We got his face right here, his name right here. We have his realtor license, what he wanted to say, and the address and the home that he's selling. What we could do is edit it. We could edit through color, background options, property information, your agent info, your phone number, your email, the company's logo, your photo. So all of that we can put on here for a just listed postcard. And then I can provide you with the labels that you put mail on. Let's say we don't want don't want just listed. Let's say we want just sold. So we have a just sold right here. And again, we just press the get started, and it gives you the free template that you can email to yourself to keep with you and print anywhere you'd like to print. Or you can use their services, which is not too expensive. Some people choose to use them, and some people have like their own personal person that they get printed from, and it's cheaper for them, so they use it like that. And they can easily just email it over to them. Create it on here, email it over to them, and have it sent out. Again, we just press edit, and we can edit all this information onto that just sold postcard. We have different ones besides just sold. We have thinking of selling, so getting your name out there, like that high to market area, sending out a postcard that says thinking of selling. That's probably a good idea. Here's like downsizing, people who are, people whose kids just moved out, now they have this big house, they want to downsize. That's a great postcard to send them. Rent versus buy, like people who like college students, now they just got married, now they're gonna have a kid, maybe they want to buy a house.
So this one got the language change or
No, this one does not.
yeah.
But I can look into that for you and see if they can do that, because they do work with us, our company specifically.
Because after we filter on the farm, and then we pull out the Vietnamese house for it, and then we can bring the Vietnamese and send to them.
That would be great.
Is there answer?
Let me see. Yeah, as of right now, I'm not too sure, but I can check on that for you and then have Mai give you that information for you. Definitely, that's a very good idea. Open house invitation postcard. So, and that's just one area. I mean, we have tons and tons more, like real estate door hangers or open house resources, social media graphics. Let's say you want to put something on social media, but you're not quite sure how to do it. This right here can show you how. So consumer Facebook shareable. Let's say you have a Facebook and you have like, 50,000 followers. Wouldn't it be nice to show them that you have a house up for sale? So we're selling our home. You can put your name, your number, your right here, put your company logo, and show the house. So this is a marketing tool that we use, and we find very good. Buyer presentations, real estate letters. So I guess we have Spanish marketing. Spanish. So yeah, special occasion postcards. Like let's say you just sold the house, and a year later you want to let them know, because a lot of people do their business by referrals. So that's a good thing. Like happy anniversary for your house. So let them know that they're special to you, and then they can refer you to somebody. Holiday postcards. Hey, I'm a real estate agent in your area. Happy holidays. Things like that. Any questions?
No?
No?
That's
Okay.
super.
All right.
Question will call you.
Yeah, no problem. And your guys' sales
Yeah.
rep, and she's so happy
how
to
do
help
we
you.
sign up for the account for your title?
Okay, so we can either do it on the website or on the app. It syncs together. On our website, it's orangecoasttile.com. On our app, it's OCT Mobile. And just remember to pick Tran as your guys' sales rep.
Can you go back to the web page so you can see the address?
Yeah, oh, definitely, sorry.
Go to my OCtitle.com.
Oh yeah, OC Title,
That's it,
sorry,
yeah.
not Orange
And-
Coast.
And you have to select. You have to scroll down and select.
Yes, find your rep.
Okay.
And with that, we're gonna put in MAI, and then Tran, which come right up.
Okay.
And then I'll get started for you with your profile. And she'll know when you guys sign up, and then get you guys credit so you can start using it right away.
Okay.
And remember, when you're running low, just let her know, and she'll get you more credits.
And how do you find on the App Store? Any specific name that we should look for? On
Yes,
the
OCT Mobile.
OCT.
So 2 words, OCT and then mobile. And it should come right up. It'll be in orange.
Okay.
And that same username and password you use on either the app or the website is going to be the same both. So let's say you sign up on the app, on the website it'll be the same
Yeah,
username and
app is
password.
more likely for you to do a walking from.
Definitely, it's
on the
really
road.
good for you
Yeah.
to do more.
But if you have time and sit at home and do farming for a wider area, and go for the website.
And it syncs together, so you have all your
That's
information
right,
no matter
yeah.
what.
Okay.
While you're on the road, it's the app is it more.
We go to the OCT title.
Yes.
Go to
And then go
title
to
name my chain.
yes, because it's going to be right here under find your. Oops, I'm sorry.
We do the frame of the my chain.
Yes.
Okay.
So OC title will show just like this, and then we scroll down to find your rep, where
Okay.
we're shaking
Alright.
hands.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Yeah, happy to help you guys. So yeah, and
Yeah.